Hey there, welcome one and all to another Toonkind 12 FPS. We are back at it again on the Aberration Investigator server. I am one of your hosts today, Morski, also known as Morski, with my lovely detective Moria, and I am joined by my wonderful, fantastic friend. So do you want to say hi?
Hi everyone, Vwild back at it again, and I am also with my absolute wondrous, splendiferous, amazing person here, Gestures at Morski. But I am playing with the monkey. Once again, we give her a little rattle. She is a detective. Detective Little in Stagehand at your service, up to bullshit.
We love her. I shake her. Hopefully today gets to be a bit more of like an actual break.
Yes.
So Pecking help me.
Speaking of, I should probably roll her die for today.
Oh boy.
Let's pray it's nicer than yesterday. I re-rolled it purposefully, but she got 292s.
That's terrifying. Lynn, are you okay?
She should be, logically. Okay, that is either an 84 or a 12. We're taking the 12. She had a really good night's sleep.
Good. I am glad. She deserves a good night's sleep.
Yes, especially with some of the stuff she's been having recently. It's just you get to have the nice dream. You get to have the nice time.
Yeah. I casually looked at the recent lore games.
Yeah, I look at lore games and I look at the one I was in. I look in the 4-way FPS I was in yesterday.
I need to ask you about that after this. But yeah, cool, great. Glad that monkey, that our beloved monkey detective had a good night.
Mm-hmm. And because she's had a good night, she's actually feeling okay to just doing some stuff, going to visit people outside Halloween Town, going places, doing things.
And I guess to kick things off, it is a lovely day in Villas Town. Things have been surprisingly peaceful. And it's like on Moria's end, she's still vibing at the hospital with Azumi and Camille. But she does still need to do adult things, so it's been a little while. She's just going out, making sure the house is okay. No one has tried to break in again. You know, that kind of thing. Maybe get some, like, legit food. Mm-hmm. Soup's nice, right? Yeah. So she is walking, vibing.
God bless her.
I feel like I should just roll a perception to, like, see what she perceives around her. Mm-hmm. That's a 20 pecking 5.
She sees all.
She has, you know what, she hangs out with Camille and Azumi. There have been murders at the hospital. Azumi has been the one handling them. Don't worry about Camille's status as murder magnet. Azumi's been handling them. It's a secret. Don't worry about it.
We're concerned. But we have our concerns, but we're putting those concerns in a nice floatable box, and we're putting them on the Mr. Zippy. There it goes.
I wave. Yeah, true. They have been attempted murders. Mm-hmm. But I feel like as well Moria has, she's already a detective. I casually look at what her life was before coming to Einquell. And all these recently attempted murders, she's just kind of kept her eye out, probably helped a bunch on those shenanigans. Anyways, yes, she has her eyes open. Mm-hmm. Does she notice anything unusual?
I think there's probably a few things. One thing I do ask is whether we're starting this outdoors or indoors, and whether we're starting outdoors with the thing we all know is going to happen.
Well, Moria is outdoors. I think at this point she's already done her check on the house, so she is actually just walking to, like, be outside a little bit. She can buy some food when she's on the way back. But, just a walk. She kind of hopes an aberration doesn't jump her, like that's kind of started happening recently. It's worrying. It's fine. Anyways, she be walking.
Mm-hmm. Because I know our original plan had been for, well, a certain incident to happen with a certain monkey in a building. Do we want to open? Do we want to open with that, or do we want to have that later?
We can open with that. We can open with
All right,
that.
all right.
Moria's walking by a building.
Yeah.
She sure do be looking around. Do you want to describe what are some of the things she might hear in the vicinity
So
or see?
it would be that, that slow escalation of something's up, especially with 25, just everything gathering together. Just there is a bit of a commotion from one of the buildings nearby. Just as you're just casually walking along down this street, it's a bit further up. It's a few stories tall.
And there's kind of a pause from Moria, and she's like, well, I'm already here. I can see what's happening, and she just goes in that direction.
And as you're getting closer, you would see probably someone like, they do look like a stereotypical everyday mook, just like ducking out. It's one of those Saturday morning moves. It's just one of those, you just look at them and go, yeah, you're a toon of that sort of background, okay. And they are going down like a fire escape or something, just very quick, very, very quick, just probably bash their head on the actual rungs of this ladder as they're going down, just kind of looking up.
Oh no! Rip!
They're fine. They do this on the regular. And from inside this building, there are windows. There are windows. You can hear a lot of stuff out of these windows. Sounds a lot like fighting. Sounds a lot like Grorlex. Sounds a lot like someone absolutely cackling.
Well, that can only bode well. Moria's just casually strolling over. Don't mind the lance she's just casually pulling from her belt.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a knife right now because it's collapsed, but
Mm-hmm.
it's cool. It's fine.
Then of course I think the windows are just, they're closed because it makes it more fun when we have the dramatic stuff of Moria, there's a mook, there's lots of noise, there's the sound of fighting. And then I'm gonna roll to see just how awesome this actually looks.
Let's go.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. What is your performance modifier?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Oh god. Okay.
How much is this?
So, Moria, from out of this window, there is the most badass. There is the crash of the window opening, and there is it is a golden blur of a. You think that's probably a monkey by the way it does a flip in the air, and it's falling. It's falling. Pumpkin orange outline around it. It is cackling its head off, just going, I'll be back in a minute, you mother packers!
I want to say for funsies, there is an explosion in the background.
Don't
ask how or where. There just is.
There totally is. She's not incredibly stupid. If there's an explosion, she will get out of range because she knows she can take it and just climb back in.
It's cool. And it is very cool. It's a very epic first entrance, and Moria's looking at this monkey falling and going, oh, you're not gonna like it when you hit the floor. So she's just gonna real quick roll in athletics. I need to just check if there's anything unusual she has with it, but...
Lynn has mastered the art of defenestration. She will teach her children.
that gives me the terrifying thought that she would teach you.
Well, she's gonna have to teach him how to jump out a window to do quick flights at some stage.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways. She's been trying to teach Lethe. Lethe keeps saying no.
I want to see the reaction of Lynn saying this in front of Decimal.
I'm pretty sure Lynn would get shanked, but go off, I guess.
I think it would be amusing.
Mhm.
Anyhow, I decided to do this with advantage because Moria did get a decent amount of forewarning for this.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Lynn.
honestly, that is encouraged. It's loved. We love to see it. Yay.
So that is a 27 for everyone listening in. That was also a 27 from the performance earlier from Lynn, by the way. I think that should be mentioned. But
it's the most awesome of explosions.
It is. Lynn, you fall, but instead of hitting the ground like you expect, you get scooped up by someone. You also get promptly placed on the ground as this someone steps back, but
Oh yeah, because there had been the okay, someone's grabbing me. What the pit? Okay, I'm on the ground now.
There's a pause. You turn to look back, and there seems to be a lady, like you. She's a real kind human. You hazard she's close to her 50s, and there's a pause, and she goes, "Quite the entrance you have."
Quite the catch. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And she is just like, she's looking at her, she's looking up because, yeah, okay, she hopes that was cool. Okay, she's not gonna lie. That felt cool. That felt cool.
If you want to roll an insight on this detective.
She's also gonna roll history because she is kind of clocking, okay, who is this person? Do I have a file on them? Okay.
I mean, I should probably have Moria roll history to see if she clocks. This is
insight. I'm going history and then I'm going insight because that was the audio stuff. Oh, they're both the same modifier. Fantastic. You'd think after all this time I'd eventually get her thing in order, but no.
It'd be like that. It really did be like that. I had to double check what Moria's athletics was.
Lynn, beloved, I think we need to eventually have a talk on why you keep rolling really well on history of people. But anyway, what does a 19 for insight and a 22 for history?
Goodness. I'll start with the insight, I guess, that she sure was just walking by. She also saw, like, you get that sense of, like, respect because, that was a genuinely cool entrance, not gonna lie.
Oh, she's so pleased at that.
You just get that sense of respect, and, this person was just walking by, but, she is here now. You haven't noted the weapon too. Whoever she is, she seems to know her way around the fight. And then with a 22 you clock, oh, so this is the detective Moria everyone's been talking about in Villas Town. Certainly heard some things about her. Rather recent arrival, mind you, but she's gotten a lot of respect from the people around here. She's been the one handling all of the aberration cases that have started popping up.
Mm-hmm. And she's even
kind of noteworthy for always seems to have a smoking pipe, and she is very strong.
Mm-hmm. And on top of all of that, her son's worked under this one.
Sure has.
They have personal connections, and so there is the visit. She does not actually hide it on this one. It's interesting for her. Even with her hat on, she's not hiding the spark of, oh, okay, I know who you are. As she just goes, Detective Moria, I presume.
I would be, yes. Mm-hmm. And with a 13, considering she did speak to Rai, I think she does at least know that, oh, so this must be Detective Lil and Stagehand.
She is... I have said before, but Lynn is someone who has been working over across all of Ironquell since she was pretty dang young. Her name, while probably not a full household, it is very well known, especially with her 10 cases a week stint that she had for a while. She's been
Mm,
known. She's cut that far down now. She only takes
good,
certain cases nowadays. She actually lets herself
good.
have time off.
Just note that the hue at the back of my head like nodded decisively, like, good, thank you for holding that.
Yes.
But yeah, there's like a Detective Lil in the Stagehand.
At your
Nice to
service.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I would stay for a chit chat, but Mook number 3 is currently shaking off a concussion and trying to run away, so I've kind of got a magic missile his ass.
Yeah, no problem. Like she sets up her lunch, so like the pole part of it is out, and mind some help. I figure it's good if I make sure I'm not rusty.
Oh ho ho. A detective collaboration, you say? I'm in.
If you'd be down.
And she does just do the full crack of her neck, and there is a nice, satisfied grin. She's just like, more the merrier. And I'd like to imagine there's as she turns around back towards the Mook, wherever he's just like running off to, and there is just the lens flare there is Megalovania playing.
Are you ready for the death you earned, little man?
Alright.
So, on that lovely note, would everyone like to roll initiative?
Mm-hmm.
I have set up 3 mooks for this fight.
Whoop whoop.
Shall start with Moria's initiative.
Mm-hmm. I will grab Lynn's. I can't remember whether she gets this yet or whether it's next. Advantage on initiative. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Which she needed because she got a 4 on the first one.
Fingers crossed that the second is better.
And Lynn, why? This is a good why. This is a good why. And just Lynn either goes from 0 to 60. That's a 23 on the initiative roll.
No middle sliders.
No middle sliders in this household.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let me just then get out the mooks. So that's a 16 and 18, and let's see for the final guy. So, shall we run with it then? Like these 2 mooks I rolled together. They're both. Oh, never mind. They all have the same initiative, but like the mooks 1 and 2 can be wolf tunes.
Oh, good old joy.
Mook number 3, he's still in the building. Vaguely humanoid tune, I guess. Very much a mook. But still in the building, probably the one that tossed Lynn out.
Yeah. It was just like, it was either, in fact, just because of drama, it would have just been like, she was gonna be thrown out and she went, nah, I make my own call and just kicked them in the chest to go out the window her own way.
Amazing, yes, good.
It's either get purposefully thrown out the ground in a way you can't grab onto anything, or make your own call.
And, well, Lynn definitely knows what she's doing. Okay, and this is our initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So, the way I'm imagining this, our 2 lovely ladies are, like, right outside the house. Mooks 1 and 2 are on the ladder right now. And Mook 3 is inside the building, probably going, damn it.
Well, who's the one that, like, there was the one who was going down the fire escape. Is he still in sight by any chance?
Oh, yeah, no, Mook That would be Mook 1, I'd say.
Yep.
Probably left a bit of an indent on the ladder.
Great.
But,
Great.
Mook 1 is the one closest to the floor, and Mook 2 is, like, a bit above him.
Great.
Currently going, no.
Because Lynn said directly she was gonna magic missile their ass. Lynn keeps her promises. All right, D4s. Lynn, you crave violence today. You crave violence. Okay.
As a treat.
So let me put this in, because that was a 3, that was a 4, and that was a 4. And then it's a +3 for each dart. So she's already starting off.
That's almost max damage. Yeah. Good for you, Lynn.
So it is the lens flare. Click of her fingers. There are the golden stars around her. It's just like, yeah, your ass. And then she's going to burst into rage.
Oh.
She is choosing her rose thorntail form. It's just, yeah, she's having fun today.
Oh, nice. Okay, Mook 1 took a beating. Let me just, real quick, math via dice parser. Because imagine doing math in D&D. Okay, cool. For flavor, because that did so much damage, yeah, no, Mook fell onto the floor.
Ha.
Just kind of an oof on his back. But he's there now. And he looks at the fact that he did that to him, Lynn. So, let's go.
Come on. Better hit me. Better make it count.
What says the dice makes it a nat 20? Okay, that's a 16.
That hits.
Okay. One moment. That is... okay, I'm going to roll the damage. Could you do me a strength saving throw?
Sure.
Take 10 damage, by the way, of piercing.
Strength... Is that a strength save?
Yes, strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Because that's a +8, so, no heart emoji. That's a 22.
Yeah, the dice alone would have beat that DC, so yeah. This dude lunges for you, tries to, like, bat at you. Probably just bat him back.
The thing I have the idea of is just... What's he hitting with, by the way? Because that's another thing that's important. Like, what kind of damage does this thing do?
This is piercing damage, so let's say that this particular wolf has a rapier.
Because I'm just checking something. Barbarians have resistance to 3 things, don't they?
Yes,
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So that's 5... I think that's... unless I... Yeah, so that's 5 points of damage. So, especially with Lynn's HP nowadays, it's just, with the rapier, she just... Her tail does just come around and just wrap around it, so it doesn't actually fully hit, and she's just like... Well, you're screwed.
There is just nervous shaking from the poor wolf.
She just grins. She is absolutely loving this.
Mook number 2 is now going to try and attack you again, because you have his buddy in kind of a grip right now.
It's your Mook buddy. Mook solidarity. Yeah. Mook solidarity.
Exactly. Mook solidarity. Alright, and direwolves have pack tactics. So that's going to be an attack with advantage. Let me just... 20 plus 5. Okay, so that's a 16. Please do me another strength save.
You got it. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think... Okay, so for this one, that is... What's 50 divided by 2? That's 75. So, take 7 damage.
Will do.
takes 7 damage. And I think for this one looks to have like, this one has spiked brass knuckles. It looks neat. The dude also jumps down from you from above. You still swat him to the side, but he did like bonk you a little bit better.
Honestly, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See? Dagger, punches. I'm afraid to say that one's winning today. You'll have another shot in a minute, I'm sure.
We'll see about that. Anyway, here comes Moria with, well, maybe not a steel chair, but she sure has her lunch. She also has her pipe out. So let's go, I think for funsies, she's just going to go ahead and activate her blood, right?
Ooh.
So at level 9, that is a d6 on the handcraft. Just rolling to see. Okay, she takes 1 damage.
Yay! We'll get her a little band-aid with ducks on it later on.
Yes. Like, her hand just seems to have some static come from it a bit. And she is going to go ahead and attack her.
Attack you. Attack you.
Attack you with a lance.
Smack you with the lance.
That is a d20 plus 10, right? 20 plus 10. That sure hits. I don't even need to look at the feet. And another d20 plus 10. That sure hits. I don't even need to check.
Yeah.
So that is 2d12 plus 8 and 8 is 16 plus 2d6. 29. I'm just gonna math real quick. How much HP did the mook have from earlier? Nope, guy is KO'd.
Hey!
Yeah, the guy you had in a grip, and the fact that they were all ignoring Morris, he just, like, nicely sidles up, the lance is out, like, a stab, a whack, and she kind of just bonks the dude with the pommel of her lance. He's out. There's, like, the birds flying above his head.
Get picked. This is why Lynn likes being the person who takes all the hits. It's so no one else has ever seen coming. So it's just, this is great. This is fun. She's delighted.
Yeah. Teamwork. And you will note that Moria has a smile herself. So now it is time for Mook number 3. Number 3, what is your movement? How are things looking for you, bud? 3 feet. Okay, you're like right at the ladder, right, Lynn?
Yep.
I'm gonna say then that this is enough movement for for number 3 to come over and attack her.
Yeah, she's just, you know what? She is just gonna be a little shit. She's basically making sure all the stuff is against her and not anyone else. Just going, oh, you're finally here. You joined the party. Don't worry, we saved you some party favors. And she raises a fist.
Number 1, you earn a snort from Moria. Number 2, this guy is grumbling audibly. So he jumps down to attack you.
Hey!
With all 3 of his melee attacks, so let's go.
Oh, God! All 3! He's gonna be fun.
Sure is. Okay, so what is your... Right, that's a plus 9 to hit for you, dude. I'm just going to go ahead and do these all at once.
Yeah, do them all at once. We love you. Do what you have to do to make this easier. 2 of those hit.
20.
Yeah, that definitely hits. She's got health. She's fine.
That's good. That's good. pretty sure I have a potion on Moria, so she will chuck that at you if need be.
Lynn also has healing spells. She's very happy she has healing spells nowadays.
Good, I am glad for that. Okay, let's make this. Okay, that is going to be a D8 plus 3 for the first attack. Take 8 slashing damage. This dude has a sword and a shield.
Okay, and so that's actually 4.
Yeah. And then, because this next one will be a crit, you know what, for funsies, let's do the shield bash. So that is D plus 3 bludgeoning damage.
I remember you using that move the first time.
Yes, that's again max damage.
Alright. So
please do me a strength saving throw.
Again, no heart emoji on the strength. And if it's and if it's 7 doubled, so I'm only taking 7 damage, right?
Yep, you would be correct.
Fantastic. Alright. You've not quite got her to 3/4 of her health yet.
Well, is that not a good thing?
Exactly.
I'm just imagining like Lynn doing the taunt action.
Yes. There is probably, just because that was a nat, it's her head has been moved to one side with the shield bash, and so she does just, you know, that dramatic rub your cheek and go, huh, good shot. Michael.
the Mook number 3 just kind of sneers right back at you.
She's grinning with her fangs, and the fun thing is, she's got her rage up, and so there is the pumpkin orange sparks in her eye, and there is a glow in her mouth, a bit like a jack-o'-lantern. It's just, yeah.
Lovely.
And so I think it's my go now, so let's see how she hits. Let's see how she hits with her 2 go.
Lovely.
Like for like, motherfucker.
Oh boy, is that a nat 20? Oh boy.
Nat 20, and the other one, okay, I'm pretty sure that's also, yeah, honey, no, that wasn't a 6, that was a 16. So,
fun. And I'm guessing these are both at number 4.
Yeah, these are the one that shield bashed her. It's just, yeah, okay, you're the big threat today. Let's do this.
Cool. Well, roll your damage, my friend.
Yep.
Both of those hit 100%. This dude's armor class is a 20, so
alright.
That hits.
Alright, so that is a 7 plus 3, and how... Fantastic! On multiple levels.
So?
Yeah, so I did the first one, and then I'm doing the second one separately because, you know, crit.
Yeah.
She rolled a max damage.
Amazing! Lynn, you keep doing this.
Yes, I love it. I'm not even using the same dice, folks. I have 60 20s, and I keep going, okay, this one is too lucky. I'm just going to use another, okay.
This is just a Lynn thing.
Yes.
The dice know.
And I do have to ask on this, just because different DMs do it differently, is it double the dice and then add modifier, or is it everything together doubled?
I'll allow you to double everything, because I think that's fun.
Fantastic.
Plus, I doubled everything for the shield blast, so...
That is not right, because I'm very bad at doing the thing, but 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30 damage.
Yeah.
I like to think for flavor, she has kind of grabbed the shield, pulled it towards her, and then, that is a rose thorn tail that monkeys don't have, thwack.
Taking a rip. There's the wolf mook is just kind of looking and shivering a bit. Meanwhile, Moria is just Oh, nice. You know your way around the fight too. Your way around the fight too. Cool handshake.
Honestly, I used to fight like 12 of these guys at once when I was younger. I was a bit reckless. This is a walk in the park. It's great. I love it. Come on, come at me again.
Mook. Okay, so I guess number one. Let me math real quick. I was worried for a moment whether or not I should actually keep these HP. Like, keep the HP from the sheets, but you know what?
I stare at these two that we've got, which you've literally called DPS. It's the heart emoji.
Yes, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. So let me just. That was 30 plus 10. You went through half of this guy's HP.
She
Anyhow,
brought the party favors.
She sure did. Well, it is time for Mook number 2, who may be a little bit terrified of you, Lynn.
Good.
Or more than a little bit. So he's gonna go and attack Moria instead. So let us see now. Everyone's up and close by, so I guess this is still with advantage. D plus 5, D20 plus 5. Oh, rip, those do hit.
Oof.
2d6 plus 3. Moria takes 9 damage. I'm just gonna put that on my sheet. She gets hit with the brass knuckles.
Oof. Spiky.
Yeah. Let's see. Strength save, and that makes it. Tries to knock her over. She just kind of swirls and knocks him to the side, really.
Oh, Lynn likes that. That's got skill.
And on that note, it is Moria's turn, so she's going to go ahead and let this guy rest in peace. Let me see. That is going to be... Let me just double check something quick about how blood curses work.
Believe they usually involve a save.
I'm using Blood Curse of the Mark. I'm just going to double check to see how many she can per long rest at this level. Great. Good enough. She can use this on this guy. That's gonna be 2d6 with her hits, so it's a d plus 10. Another d20 plus 10. Let me double check this dude. Yeah, no, those hit. Those both hit. Question about that. 2d12 plus 18, I believe it was. No, 16. Because 8 and 8 is 16. Plus d6 or d6 light damage.
Whoa!
So
49 points of damage!
I mentioned this thing about DPSs, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moria just simply knocks this guy to the side and then just... It's almost ruthless how she fights. You can tell she's just aiming to get these guys out of the picture ASAP. So she knocks the guy to the ground, and there is just a quick strike and a KO.
Which, honestly, is how Lynn fights. She doesn't like dragging it out in a tormenting thing. Yes, she makes jokes, but this is her type of fighting. She already respects. It's gone up about 10 extra points.
Cool, these two are gonna be such good friends.
Yes.
And then she just simply sidles up to Lynn and looks at the final mook. Well, that was rather quick. Let's see how long this guy lasts.
Quite. I've got some hope. I mean, the shield trick. He did leave a mark on the face, so come on. Show us what you got, eh?
There is Grolix thrown your way, Lynn. But I suppose on that note, time to attack her.
Attacker. Attacker. Take a swing.
Attack her with a sword. So that's D20 plus 9, and I'm just gonna copy paste this because that's 3 whole swings.
Again, that's 2 hits, no crits that time.
Yeah, okay, so I'm actually going to say the first 2 were at Hewlin and they hit. Last one was at Moria, but she manages to sidestep it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these are going to be 2 stabbies. So that's a 2d8 plus 6. And you take half of this damage.
Mm-hmm.
That is 5 damage.
Alright.
That was almost minimum roll.
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying.
Sure is trying.
God, and that does put it Lynn's turn, so she does outright say, just like full on, just you're trying, you're doing your best. Honestly, it's a slow day. I know how they get. Anyway, let me show you how it's done again. We'll try it again from the top. And she's gonna make
Oh, my beloveds, would you like to attack her?
She would like to attack her. She would like to attack her twice with the exact same roll. Gods almighty. Tell me, does a 21 and a 21 hit?
It sure pecking does.
Fantastic. And that is 9 plus 3. That is a 7 plus 3. Not an @ sign. Why did you do that, my wonderful computer? So that is 22 points of damage that round. Just full on, just another. It is a scorpion tail, so there is the stinger on the end, just stab. She goes, okay, have you learnt it this time?
Yeah, 22 you say. Let me just math real quick. I don't think he has.
A pity.
So Moria's gonna go ahead and stab at herself.
She does just full on, just see the expression, just go, Moria, do you want to try on this education?
Sure, I'll try my best.
Take a stab at it.
Okay, second one sadly misses, but the first one sure hits. That's a D12 plus. That is an 8 plus. Also, she used her bonus action to Blood Curse of the Mark. Is 2. That is 26 damage.
Nice.
So on that very fun note, yeah, no, that is Moria's turn. Swing, stab. The backhand misses, but she just simply steps back and, this guy sure do be standing. He's not having a good time, but he's standing.
He's standing his ground. He's got moxie. He's doing a good job for the mooks. He's doing his best.
Yep, with his 9 whole HP.
With his 9 whole beautiful, beautiful HP.
So he's going to attack her again.
Attack a bada swing.
Exactly. And the first one is at... Actually, the first and second is at Yulin. The last one is again at Moria.
That's one hit, one miss.
And that's another miss on Moria's end. So, like, I'm imagining, you know what, let's try the shield bash again.
Alright.
For funsies, that's it.
For funsies.
D4 plus 3, I believe. D4 plus 3, please do me another strength save.
And again, I like to think that he is trying, but at this point Lynn's kind of got used to it, and so she does just do this elbow gesture, just, no, honey, no. You've tried this multiple times, your buddy tried it a couple of times, it's not working out for you, buddy. It's not working out for you.
Yeah. So swing, there's just like a very light bonk. You get like 3 damage from that at most. It's, yeah. You are able to just kind of sidestep it. Imagine Moria just sidesteps from the other side.
Yeah, honestly.
So like there's a stab in between, it misses.
Yeah, there is the cool dramatic, both of them turning in sync in different directions, and just, yeah, no, you're dealing with very well practiced detectives.
Yeah. Yeah. The detective mums can go ham as a treat.
And that means it's Lynn's turn again. Have fun, honey. Have fun, honey. You did not have to go that. You didn't have to go quite that hard. Yeah.
Is that another net 20?
No, but it was damn close. Which she got a 19, which, bless her, just 1 point off. In fact, you know what? I'm just for funsies, I'm gonna go reckless just to see. No. No, bless. I mean, she hit both times, but bless, no.
Oh well.
It would have been so cool.
It would have been funny.
But I'm going with a 26 and a 25, both hit.
I'm pretty sure your modifier alone would knock him out.
Yeah, and I just rolled and she... Okay, I'm gonna type it just because it amuses me.
Cool, we love to see it.
Yeah, no, this guy's out.
It's like...
I think...
There, you know that, like, Mortal Kombat voice, finish him. And then coconut bonk.
I think full on, there's just... She has had enough of that goddamn shield. So she's short. She admits she's short. She jumps, she gets her foot on it, she vaults on top of this guy, just like the up in the air, there is the sun in the sky, there is the wonderful flare, the end him, and then she comes down.
Just bonk.
Yes.
And there, like, from the dude's perspective, it's just wasted.
Get picked.
Rest in peace indeed. I suppose that handles all of that.
Yeah.
I can call the police if you'd like. Was there anything in particular happening here you need help with?
Oh, cheers. Honestly, it was actually just mainly clearing out the building. They've, this specific group's been causing a bit of a disturbance recently. Yeah, I've dealt with them in Toontown. Thought I'd come out here, seeing as I was in the area, visiting a couple of friends, Bo, Tiffy, and Leo, bless him. But, I thought I'd just drop on by, saw this place, and went, hey, I'm gonna go over there and destroy it.
Oh, nice.
And
I'm like, Moria has a couple thoughts, let me just word through them. You know Leo from the Painted Lady, huh?
Yeah. He's my nephew.
Oh, that's nice. I know him 'cause I like to visit the cafe a lot. Good kid.
Yeah, he's the pick and best.
No, it's like, haven't been able to go there too much recently, but hopefully soon. Like, hopefully soon I can go more regularly.
I mean, honestly, I think you've earned a bit of a treat. Do you have anything you've got going on right now?
Not particularly. There's like a pause and like a pause. I don't know. Like, there's a clock tower in this town. I imagine there's a pause. The two go and look at it, and Moria's like, "Yeah, I have some time before I go back to the hospital."
Uh, Apologies, hospital? I hope everything's alright. And Linny's just, as she's saying this, getting off and just like coughing. In fact, I probably should roll d10. Please don't roll bad. Thank God, that's a 6. So
It would have been funny though if there was a fumble
it would have
at
been.
this moment.
It would have been.
But
But she is just like standing off this person, just pulling out handcuffs and just. She is looking with concern, but she's also just going, "We're not gonna have conversations while these guys can just run off. No heart emoji, no."
yeah, yeah. There's like a pause, and how did you make that noise with your mouth? Anyway, she's helping you.
I can make more noises if you like.
Moria is just like, okay, like with question marks. Look, she is just a real kind human doing her best.
Lynn's found a target. She's going to abuse this right.
Oh boy. But she does like expand upon it, and yeah, case recently. One of my understudies decided to get into an amount of trouble, so the case has been handled. Our understudy and I have just been staying there with him as he recovers.
Oh, yeah. In fact, with your kind of a line of work, I mean, we run in similar circles on stuff. Stagehand's Requiem, kidnappings, murders, and of course the trades.
For funsies, roll me another insight in history.
Yeah.
History is to see whether you heard about this case.
Okay, you know how we said, hey, Lynn, nat 20s? So she rolled insight, and then she rolled history, and she got a nat 20.
Cool.
Lynn's heard of this case. She has informants, especially.
Yes, she has.
Especially in the toon trade industry. It is a very much a big topic because of I gesture at Lynn's law.
Yeah, insight. Yeah, Moria had a reaction to toon trade, and you can very much hazard a guess that she is kind of frustrated that her understudy decided to go at that alone. But at least the kid is like, you can tell that Moria is relieved that the kid is okay and that like everyone involved with that case came out okay.
Mm-hmm.
With a nat 20, yeah, you know this exact case. In fact, now that you think about it, oh right, Moria was the detective heading that case, alongside with you now know who the names of her understudies are. That would be Shiro Izumi and Camille. You would know that Camille was the one kidnapped, so you can kind of see why Moria was why the pig did that on your own. And you will know that a certain Sammy, a certain Aunt L, and also a Jubilee Yukon helped out with the case.
After Lynn's talk with like her nephew Leo, she probably did just go, "Oh hey, I haven't checked up on Villestown recently. I should probably check up on stuff, especially as there's a name Jubilee. Okay, what's it? Okay, Jubilee's on that, and that's Phantom, and that. Oh, hello, Sammy Jacks. Hello, my wonderful nephew. Hello, my wonderful nephews."
I'm just going to roll a real quick insight from Moria to see if
yeah,
that's
okay.
a dirty 20.
Okay.
She catches your look.
Okay, I like to imagine that there is her kind of thinking, looking at Moria, and there is just kind of her clocking that reaction, and then there is basically what you can almost see the thought train. It's subdued, you are surprised you are able to detect these emotions on a monkey face, because I gesture at Lynn, her face is very different to most other people, like, it's different to real kind, but you do just get the, that case, those people, okay, match those names, those people, and soft megalovania. It's if
Yeah, more.
it's if a soundtrack could be heard, there would just be the yes, I need to visit them again. I need to visit again.
Yeah, more like there's a pose from Moria, and like, if you want, I can point you towards the place where you can talk with the criminals involved. There's like a tired sigh from Moria. We got out okay, but what some kids did, just sigh.
I completely understand. Tell you what, let's go to the painted lady. Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh yeah, or like, mind you, like for the most part, everyone did great. Like, Phantom especially for the situation he was in, and you can tell she is thinking of Izumi, is very fond, is pretty proud of the fact that he seems to handle himself very well in the case. You get that impression.
Aww. This
You
look at this real kind. They've already got found family.
and she's not even aware of it yet.
Does she want to be?
I personally think it would be amusing, but let's save Izumi's mental breakdown and for after Camille recovers from his.
Bless. Bless, yes. But
you also get that vague sense of Moria looking at Sammy, thinks he's a good kid. She is not going to bring him on a case again after what he did.
Yeah,
she says this lovingly, but it's like, you probably had at least some experience reading real kind. You're just like, what the heck did Sammy do?
Yeah, she's looking at this both as an auntie and as a fellow detective, just going, something kicked off here. We're gonna find out about that after we just come out of this situation. Just goes, detective to detective stuff. Let's deal with these guys. Head to the painted lady. They've got some nice quiet seats there, and we can get some stuff off our shoulders, eh? You deserve that.
Yeah.
Now, before we go,
there's like a pause and a thanks, you too.
Happy to
They have rather good cakes there. I can give you some recommendations.
Ooh, I'm interested. Now, before we go, should I take a kneecap?
There is a pause from Moria, and I suppose that's up to you. I'll make sure the police come up.
She is just.
What would you need to roll for this? Wisdom?
I'm gonna roll a wisdom. You know what? I'm actively gonna roll the wisdom here, because that way we can reduce any and all biases of my dice. Okay. I'm gonna say low roll is she takes a kneecap.
Cool.
High roll. Bless, she's resisted. She's just gone. There's just.
She just got this real kind as a friend, question mark. Don't freak her out too much yet. That can wait for a little later.
She's standing over the three and just going, I want to say you were mighty foes, but I'd be lying. So I'm not taking any gaps.
And I think it's about this point that Moria points the police over to the mooks and just, yeah, here's what you gotta look over. Here's what Detective Lynn gave me. She's who you need to pay for this. It's good.
We're getting joint pay, Mother Picker.
A blink and a, all right, thank you.
I saw you doing the cool shit. You took out one of them. It's honestly, yeah, in fact, you took out both. Yeah. I kept them busy. You were the one who was doing the really cool shit. And also stopping me from being a nice little pumpkin spiced crater. Yeah, you're getting paid. You're getting paid.
Just like Blink and my like, if she were a Toon, there would be that sense of like question marks. Cause in Moria's opinion, she didn't do that much, but like, all right, like, she's not gonna say no to the pay. She's thankful.
Lynn looking at this one going, oh, I can't not adopt you now.
So, Lynn, what is your opinion on gaining an aunt, I guess?
Lynn doesn't know the official rank she's going to give this person, but it's just, yes, you have been adopted as a friend. You are going to get a business card, and we are gonna give you even more self-esteem.
Thank you. Like, Moria needs more adult friends. Not gonna lie. This would be good for her.
Yes. And there is just, I gotta admit, Lynn likes being tall. She has totally been standing on the biggest one.
Bonus, one of the police officers is like, Detective, why is she standing on the mook? She likes to feel tall.
I do. Alright, report will be with you. In fact, yeah, I'll stop by again in this place tomorrow to deliver the report. But anyway, have fun with these guys. They have interesting shields. They're a bit weak. Boing.
Moria just kind of casually waves by at the police officers. Well, I suppose that's that. Shall we be off?
Indeed, my dear friend. Let's go! Painted lady! Cake, tea, chaos! Oh, well, actually, no, we had our chaos. We had our fill of chaos. We're putting the axes down.
Yeah, it's like... Plus, I think the painted lady already gets enough chaos with the people coming over.
Yeah, bless their cotton socks.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Number one, like Moria would not towards you, and yeah, let's go. So I guess time skip. We're at the painted lady. Would another lovely person like to come and join us as our guest star party member?
Hi! Hello, my beautiful Aberration Investigation server. My name is Marzi, and I'll be playing Leonardo Layton, our favorite barista at the Painted Lady.
I cannot believe this. I'm also saying here and now, you've got a dog, and the dog is the one that Lynn's going to be paying attention to for the first 2 seconds, because, oh, the dog's at the door. Okay, hi, Camembert.
Yep, Camembert is always at the Painted Lady when Leo is working.
Oh, that would mean Moria would recognize him too. There is this well, hey there, Camembert. Nod.
This is the bestest of doggos. This is the bestest of doggos.
Camembert is just very happily, like, he's doing the things that dogs do when they kind of like hold, they kind of like their front half is kind of low and like their butt is sticking up, like that play sort of.
Oh, the play crouch or whatever it's called. Just yes.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
you
just
are beloved.
imagining the tail whapping like crazy.
Absolutely.
It's you are a little helicopter butt. Look at you, you little picnic. Anyway, you are wonderful and beloved. Final pat on the head with the left hand. It's just, don't worry, I'll be back another day. I'll bring you dog treats and chili. I have so much chili for you.
And it's just loud yappy barks.
God's bless. Alright. Apologies.
Moria just simply waves to Camembert as she follows Lynn inside.
That is the bestest of doggos.
That is a very good dog. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And before I reveal my boy, so that music, that boss fight music, that would.
I would like to say here and now, yes. The moment she sees you, Leo, She's got the most calm and peaceful expression on her face. She's with a friend. Leo, why do you hear Megalovania boss music?
See, the thing is, Leo would probably be hearing it at least faintly as they are outside, and would see them outside with Panda Bear. So I'd like Lynn in particular to make me a perception check, please.
And Moria also do perception, please?
You could, yeah, if you'd like.
My beloved Leo, have you learnt nothing about your aunt and her ability to clock you?
Holy bleedy! That's a 27
Okay.
and a 21.
That's amazing. Yeah, as you are going towards the door after giving Camembert one last pat, you see through the window on the door a certain redhead staring directly at you, loudly sweating, as he mechanically turns and starts to march towards that doorway that goes into the kitchen in the back.
Lynn points a finger and casts message of just, you can run, but you can't hide, Phantom Ill.
Oh god.
Moria, who is just standing here, she's like, oh, hey, it's Leo. Maybe we can chat, maybe we can chat more about Phantom Elves heist later. He seems to be running away. Wonder what's up. Just looks at...
The funny thing about Moria, like, if Moria says that, with how Moria and Leo have interacted before, Moria is under the impression that Leo is just a big fan of Phantom Elf.
Yeah, so there is a pause. Moria, sees Lynn point at Leo and just, wonder why he's running away. Lynn, you clock that Moria does know Leo. Yeah, no, good kid. You get the sense that she, has chatted with him a bunch. Is not aware of the Phantom Elf thing.
He's not one of the 7, is he?
No, Moria is not one of these 7 people who know about Phantom Elf.
I'm gonna roll deception to see how well Lynn can put on the innocent face of just, yeah, this is all fine. Yeah. That with her modifier is that's a 24 to beat. Oh my god!
Take my 26 against your 24.
Oh shit!
So you can... I don't think, because you haven't got all the clues, you know something's up. You know Lynn has specifically done this in the something she's picked up in recent times has made her go, hey. Whether you figure out straight away or whether it's down the line, seeing as I know that Marzi and all of that sort of stuff have said it's very difficult for the Phantom L and the connection to be made here. But yeah, no, Lynn's very much going the everything's fine and we're all friends here. You can run, but you can't hide. Everything's fine.
Yeah, with the 26 and for the Phantom L secret in particular, because I've said before, if you meet Leo first, it is practically impossible to put the dots together unless Leo tells you with his own mouth. But Moria can tell that there is something here.
Which, there is a pause and just alright. I'll go ahead and not touch that until either of them decide to breach it. And she is just gonna continue on in.
Keep your secrets, kiddos.
Yeah, exactly. Just, alright, keep your secrets.
God, you know what?
She also just, met Lynn. That would be rude.
Mm-hmm. There is one thing that Lynn just does when she gets, to the counter. It is just straight up just... She doesn't say anything, but there is a look in her eyes by my silence. I'd like tea, please.
There's a... Could I have my usual tea and... I'll decide on which cake to have in a little bit.
Oh yeah,
And
cake. Cake is good. Cake is pickin' fantastic. I will be taking your recommendations on this one. I'm intrigued.
You'll need to tell me what your preferences are. There are quite a few good cakes here. You get the vague feeling that Moria is a cake fan. Just possibly, potentially.
I admit, normally more of a pie person. I bake a good pie. It's been had at a lot of places. I'm not gonna flaunt it. It Heike amuses me the places that my pie has gone. But berry stuff normally or spiced, just not something with coffee in it. Coffee gives me anxiety.
Fair. Well, technically not a cake. Then have you ever had strudel?
No,
I think you
haven't.
might. I think you might enjoy the cherry strudel they have here.
I desire the strudel. Surrender your strudel to me.
There's a nod and like. Yeah, so Lynn, you were able to order a strudel. Moria goes for a nice chocolatey cake for herself.
yep, Leo is just standing there, silently, loudly sweating, customer service smile on his face as he is staring straight ahead and punching the numbers into the cash register, not looking at either Lynn or Moria.
There's just
Actually, wait, bonus.
The normal 16-year-old working his normal job as a normal barista.
just a normal life.
Moria is well aware that's a lie, but it's okay. She won't call you out on your bleepery. Not yet.
Moria don't know shit.
Yeah.
Lynn knows shit. Lynn knows shit. Lynn's just making sure just to have that just enough of a look. Just so, yeah. Suffer.
No, actually, there is like a moment as Moria pauses and, how busy are you right now? Because, I'd wish to ask what are, like, how are things here with, ordering cakes to be made?
Oh.
Are you doing what I think you're fucking doing?
She's not gonna order it right this moment, but she is asking for the future. You know how many days beforehand she needs to ask for a cake to be made?
Do cafes usually, is it like a cafe bakery? Do cafes usually do like cake orders?
If they're special, this is Einquell.
You're right.
I actually know a cafe that like makes cakes and stuff, and we were able to just order whole cakes there.
Oh,
and
that's rad.
There are a couple places like that. So
in that case, very mechanically, it is without even because you're both. Jesus Christ, you're both detectives. You don't have to. Lynn, this is your nephew. You don't have to roll insight. Very mechanically, very awkwardly, Leo turns, goes under the counter, pulls out a clipboard that has like papers with details on cake orders. That is just yes, we take cake orders, and all you have to do is fill out this sheet and return it here to the desk, and I will make sure that they get it in the back. Thank you.
No problem. I don't think I'll do so right now, but perhaps in a week or so. Thank you.
Perfect. Your food will be with you shortly. Please enjoy your time here at the Painted Lady.
Marvelous.
Moria internally kind of wants to pet the poor kid, but oh well.
Lynn has no such inhibitions. She is just. I like to imagine that she's short, honeys. She's short. She's totally just.
Bonus. Moria pulled over a stool for her so Lynn could stand up while ordering.
Yes, thank you. Lynn's just kind of leaned over, just patted him on the arm, and just gone. I'll be seeing you later, nephew. Have a good shift. All right, bye.
Right. Cool.
Just
there is that was a character, and he does poor boy who is a teenager voice does crack.
And she does just she gives
Oh, honey.
she gives the most 100-watt bright smile, and then she just hops off the stool and just goes to a chair, just like a nice little booth somewhere off, just like, okay, my business of terrorizing is done.
More like Moria does not know enough to comment. She is just standing here. Well, they have it handled. She'll return the stool and go join Lynn off to the side. Yeah,
Meanwhile, we'll retreat to the kitchen. I finger guns at you. Tell me if you need me again.
sounds like a plan.
You have been wonderful. See you around.
Thank you, Marcy.
Nothing like terrorizing family in a nice sunny day.
There's actually a pause and then a firm nod. Yeah, just as good as delegation.
Oh, delegation can be fun. It's every now and then you get a task that you look at it and go, I could do this, but also someone's been a little shit to me and it's not going to harm them, so just here, have fun.
There's a pause and like, that does remind me, it would be a good thing to ground Camille like that. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
Happy to be of service. Gods, I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, a lot's been happening.
Yeah, Anquil's suddenly getting busier. Well, good thing there are us good detectives out there. And thanks for watching out around here. Villestown, it's a bit far out of my normal purview. I've visited a lot, but glad to know someone else has it covered.
No problem. I admit my coming in here was rather unplanned, but it's been nice staying here.
I've got to ask, raised by a cat, and you know how they are with curiosity. What brought a reel like you out here? I mean, especially being a detective, this line of work, but I gotta admit, it's good to see a reel that cares.
Okay, shoot. Actually, Moria is like a bit bashful at the reel that cares. Like, oh, okay, cool, compliment.
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that she's just like, oh, cool. But to your questions, there's well, technically it wasn't voluntary, I admit. There was a mistake on a case back home.
Ah.
And I found myself a 9 quill.
I see.
Another pause and just like, I don't suppose you've ever heard of a place called the Metropolis?
Should
roll
Lynn
me history?
Should Lynn roll history? All right.
Roll me history.
Okay, fantastic. That is a 19 plus. Also, can I just say my dice literally went the entire way across the board, like the whole way. That was a decent sprint for that one. It really worked for that number. What's the history
Wonderful.
modifier? 19 plus 6. 25.
Cool. Lynn, you sure have heard of the concept of a metropolis, but as like a legit place, the way Moria seems to be talking about it? You have never heard of that place in your life. Not even whispers.
I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of that place. I presume it's beyond Faruma, but no, I've not heard of it before. It nice?
I suppose so, or no one here has ever heard of it, far as I can tell.
not even a whisper, and quite frankly, that's a kind of saying something from me. I like acquiring knowledge, case files, information on anything and everything. Got a lot of information that not even I realized I should get. Well, you know.
Mm,
But
There's kind of a nod and, yeah, be like that.
be more like that than you think. But yeah, I'm sorry I don't know it.
It's okay. I've only got one lead, but the source of it is not something I'd like to tangle in.
Hmm.
It's been rather odd, but same time I've never heard of Vinequill back in the metropolis, so
So something really, really detached. I mean, did you know what a toon was before you came here?
admittedly not. There is a pause, and then, you know what? You seem decent, and you know what you're doing. I admit I had only ever seen humans back home as well.
Wait, only humans? Like, no tabaxi, no furbolgs, drow?
Afraid not.
Huh.
It was rather interesting learning about everyone that lives here in these lands.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I admit, I've heard of people from all over. I've heard of people that didn't know what a toon was. That was interesting to say the least on that front, but.
Do I need to roll insight on that?
No, that's more. Honestly, all things considered, it's more of a comment. You can roll if you like.
Out of curiosity's sake, yes. 27.
There has probably been at least one incident where there is a real kind who comes over and goes, "Oh wow, what are these things? I want one."
Oh dear.
And so,
Just like slight Grimans from Moria as she tracks that. Like,
yeah, it's
oh, ouch.
there is a reason why I specialize in the trades. I've had to hit a mother pecker over the head. I've had to hit a rich mother pecker over the head who, let's just say we're gonna put all of that in the case file and put it in the drawer.
He nods in understanding. Just, yeah, trade is never fun.
Really isn't. I do what I can. I've been working on. How long have I been working on this sort of stuff? What was I? 17? Yeah, 17 was when I had my big hit. But yeah, I've been going at it for a while. I chip away at it. I've cut off a couple of things. And I admit, a couple of people kind of got their supplies nabbed. Don't actually want to think about that, and don't go looking into it. Trust me, you don't want to know that file.
Understood.
But yeah, it's a couple of main people have been taken out recently. I mean, the Sinclair line, that was pretty damn good.
Yes, I heard about that one. It's good to hear about it. Just that it's over.
It was an interesting case. I'm glad I was helping on that one, or at least on the takedown. I've kept tabs on the law stuff, but wasn't too good for my health. But
yeah.
But enough on that sort of front, eh?
Indeed.
I'll keep an eye out or an ear out on stuff related to Metropolis. If I can dig something up.
I appreciate that.
And you said there was a force that or someone you didn't want anyone tangling with. You didn't want to tangle with. Mind giving? If you can give me a name, it's something I can start circling in the do not approach.
Yes. Have you ever heard of the Thrall?
Okay, I think you're going to need a roll in insight.
Cool. Dang it, that's a 12. Can I roll again?
Yes,
please?
you can. Yes, you can, because Lynn did not see that name coming. Okay.
24.
I'm going to roll a wisdom save for Lynn. On not a bad thing, just on a. Yeah, Moria, you do notice that the monkey in front of you, her fur is a little strange. Her line work kind of looks as though it's been drawn over a couple of times, looks a bit scratchy. You say the thrall, and she'd gone from being inquisitive in the I am concerned way to the oh shit.
Yeah. Moria's met the pearl before.
Yeah. Lynn does have to just slightly catch her breath and just keep breathing normally at that one. Because it wasn't too long ago that she dealt with them.
Yeah. I think Moria looks at that and goes, yeah, I had heard of them. They gave me an offer and I decided to.
Word of advice, detective to detective, you do not want to get involved with them in any way, shape, or form.
There is a nod and I caught on to that.
Yeah.
I had heard some things before. They wanted some of my memories in return for information on the metropolis. So I said, and from what I was able to gather around, the deals and the payments they asked for, they're not a joke to say the least.
Indeed, they're not. I've never made a deal with them directly, but I've interacted with them enough to know that they are a very serious threat in multiple avenues. They are a being to respect in ways I cannot even define.
There is a firm nod back.
If you hear any whispers of them around here, mind passing on, where are my manners? And she does.
No, like, there's actually a pause, and, like, Moria shakes her hand, and it's fine. Number one, yeah, I'll let you know if I get any information on the thrall. I can pass it over, and I think we've got, like, I think it's okay if we're a bit more casual at this point.
Indeed. Which is why I normally give these out when I like someone, and she is just doing a pat down of her. She's doing a pat down with with your modifier you got. You can tell she's doing the pat down with her hands. Her right hand is slightly slower, and she's just
That's
doing.
fair.
She's just doing the pat down. Just reaches into a pocket, pulls out a business card, and goes, "This."
There's a blink of surprise. Thank you. I imagine Moria looks and is just, oh, let me return the favor. And there's going to be a pause as she. I figured she has, like, actual legit business cards at this point. You get one back, so hey, you now have Moria's address.
Nice. And I will say, she's given Moria the nice one, the nice business card. There are decoy business cards and there are proper ones that basically help you find and potentially get into the network. She's given you one of the nice ones.
Aww.
It also does say Stagehand, like Detective Little in Stagehand and Rye Stagehand, Halloween Town. It's
actually, there is, like, a blink, and I never did ask, how is Rye doing? He did quite well in the case. Everything holding out all right with him?
Oh, he's doing picking fantastic. He's absolutely loving the aberration cases. He's got his own board on it. I am so proud of him. He's doing a few cases and making sure he gets, actual interaction with kids his own age, gets to be, well, a kid, a teenager. That's why we keep Anquil safe for the next generation. But By
Yeah.
God, he's sharp, he's smart, he's making a lot of friends and a lot of family. He's getting along with them all well. I am so proud of him. And hey, come on, I gotta hear detective to detective review. How did he do on that one, eh?
He did very well. I will say, number one, there is actually a smile on Moria's face, that bit of letting the kids be able to be kids definitely resonated with her. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Lynn's had an
And
interesting childhood, especially with what happened to her as a teenager. She's
yeah,
making sure the next generation, or she's trying to give them a better future. She's trying to give them a more peaceful time now.
and we love her a whole lot, and also handshake Moria. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, this.
Um,
Mhm. Oh, you go.
like Okay, pretty much. It's like Moria's thoughts on how Rai did next. Do you want to hear that first, or would you like to say your
No, you
thoughts?
go. You go. Lynn is leaning back in her
Okay.
chair. Oh no, she's not leaning back. She's leaning forward. She is intrigued. The food has arrived. Thank you, Leo. We love you.
Yes. Yeah, no, you do get it. Also, Leo, for bringing the food, gets a smile and a thank.
Hmm. Lynn is gonna love this strudel so much. I tell you this here and now. And she has
Gonna
tea.
be great.
But yeah, she is just like partially leaned over the table, just like, yes, give me the details. I am intrigued. This is my son.
He is going to give you the deets. He did very well. Um, Okay, admittedly, it's been a little while, so I don't remember all of the details, but he who, there sure were funky times in that school.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray did a very nice job of, looking things up, helping out, talking to, the kid who was the aberration, and helping to talk them down alongside Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Moria compliments Rai, compliments Bo too, cause looks like, hey, they both know Bo, so
Yes.
that's cool.
Lynn does have just that, yeah. I'd heard that when Rai was coming out to the area, I did contact Bo, I admit. Because, well,
Ah,
quite frankly, she's good. I met her kid Tiffy first, but
mhm.
Bo's a good friend.
Bo is very good,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell Moria respects Bo.
Mm-hmm. There is so much respect between people at this table, just handshake on so many different levels.
Yeah, it's like finger guns. I think you're cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this is fantastic. He's still a junior detective. I admit I want to hold him close a little longer. I mean, if we can get him, well, he's going to be taking his license when he's of age, and through that, we'll see on certain things. I kind of just want to make sure he's not in the child detective bracket, because you know the mortality rate on those.
Moria just nods, and with the amount of trouble Camille gets into, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's I've seen enough. I've seen enough pass. I won't let my son become part of the statistics.
Nod of respect, and if he does end up taking a case file in the area, I can keep an eye out if you wish.
Thank you. And she does. I'm gonna roll off of everything you've had before. You actually see that scratchness of her outline recede a bit, and it looks just a bit fluffier, a bit more solid, as she does just give the sigh of just, thank you. I've got informants out here, people who keep an eye. It's same with everywhere we go, really. I have a lot of informants, more than you'd think. But it's
I
good.
mean, certainly sounds like you've certainly sounds like you've done your legwork before.
Hmm.
So she gets that.
I've been all over Anquil. Literally. Everywhere except certain areas of the Independent Isles. Those guys were reclusive picks, and actually, no, actually, I've actually been all of there now. Ha! Suck it, Ark. I've been on your island.
Moria raises an eyebrow and there's a pause and what is the rest of Einquil like? I'm afraid I've been mostly operating here and based off of what you know, you realize that as well it's in a good part of that has been because she's kind of had to make she hasn't exactly had a stable money situation until semi-recently, few months back. So she hasn't really had the time or been in the space to be able to travel much.
Okay, there are several things on this front. One, I've officially adopted you. Welcome to the Friends. You are a friend of the network. I am going to deliver chili to you. Second of all, I am going to tell you so many stories.
I like that. There's a pause. There's a pause on deliver me chili. Or you can tell this is her internal thought process. Deliver me chili. I guess we'll see how often that happens. I can pass over pie to her, right? That's fair.
Oh, that is good. But also, she does just go, and you know what? Benefit of the doubt, I did not do this for Arata, but you know what? I'm going to do this for you. You're a real kind, so I'm giving you the benefit on this one. Toons often find a way into your house, so if you get a spontaneous pot of chili in your fridge, don't panic. I'll leave a note on it. It was me.
I'd appreciate that. There's a pause and a couple of people have tried to break into my place too, so yeah, I'd appreciate the note. Thank you.
Yeah. I get it. I thankfully have a very fun inbuilt home security, so you can try and break in, but no heart emoji.
Yeah, that's good. That's useful. I'm still in the process of figuring out a good situation, a good way to go about that here as well.
I can get you in contact with some folks. There are warding systems, locks. Most detectives I know do go with a warding system. It's my one's a bit a bit interesting in and of itself. It's one of a kind, in one sense of the word. But
That's fair.
but perhaps another day on that one. But yeah, I can hook you up with certain contacts of mine here in Villestown, get you some other things, talk to some other people.
I'd appreciate that. I have my own set of locks, and I think I'm going to keep them, but words would be good too.
Mm-hmm. And of course, dagger under the pillow. That always succeeds.
Yeah. It's dagger under the pillow, have an extra knife on you. My lunch is good in that I can collapse the staff easily, so I tend to have it always. But
yeah, it's I've got a few things on my person that are a bit. No one sees them coming. It's very useful to have something discreet. A detective doesn't share all their secrets, but also just yeah. And
of course.
And geez, you don't even have a hammer space. Oh, bless you. Yeah, collapsible stuff's useful for you. Do you know how to sew extra pockets into things?
He does, in fact. And there's just kind of a quiet moment, and you notice she has that jacket she kind of wears just on her shoulders. Slips it to the side a bit. Oh, yeah, those are a fair few pockets in there.
Oh, you are one of many talents and have my complete respect. Yep, you know what you're doing. You're seasoned. I admit. Yeah, honestly, I should have seen that coming. You are clearly a very seasoned detective.
And the Moria in my head is going bashful. Bang, she's like, thank you, I try.
And you succeed. You're good at this, all right?
Thank you. And you too,
I try my best. It's hard work in Anquil, but we get the job done.
Indeed.
Now, I think And she does like give a little twirl, stab her fork into a part of the strudel. She has been eating a bit. This monkey, this monkey has actually got better at eating. Even when she's hyperfixating, this monkey does now eat instead of just going, "Oh right, food." But case.
Good.
I shall do case.
Good.
Indeed.
Make sure to eat.
And so I think because I'm looking at time and that sort of stuff, she just goes, "Okay, I'm going to give you the rundown of certain areas, because there is a fun story everywhere in Einquell."
I can trade you some stories I've gotten here as well.
Oh, peckin' fantastic. And before we even begin, there is one final thing I'm going to do for you, because you have no idea how I do this, heart emoji. Watch this! And she swears, and there is a Grawlix over her head.
Moria is like, oh, what? Just like, pause and, is this the stuff Tangai told me about? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Which is hilarious, because Lynn will grab a question mark out of the air, and she does have rainbow ones, and she does just point it at you and just go, "Now that is the question."
Yeah, and I think this is a good place to end with Moria laughing at that and Lynn being an affectionate little shit.
She is a wonderful little shit, yes. She's made
Thank
a friend.
You so much.
She's made a friend.
Yes.
She loves her new friend. She loves her new friend so much.
Yeah, like Moria is just like, oh heck yeah, new friend. They have gotten along really well actually. This was very good. Thank you. It's just they're friends now.
Lynn's got another detective that she can lean on, and just, I mean, she's got her mentor, and she loves her mentor so much. At the same time, she just goes, "You are overstressed and also have a very young child who wants to be a detective." And now she has even more friends.
Yeah. And honestly, Moria is happy just because, yeah, more friends are nice. I'm also very glad that, like, Moria is getting more adult friends.
Yes.
And Lynn is in slightly less of a crisis than a bunch of her other adult friends.
Yeah.
So,
Lynn knows how to be a bit stable, especially as she can leave certain luggage behind and just go, "Okay, I am spending time with friend now."
And we love to see it.
And now, shall we say goodbye to our wonderful audience?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening. And And also, Marcy, thank you for being our awesome guest star party member.
Whoop whoop. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.